Elon Musk just announced that Tesla will no longer be accepting Bitcoin for transactions with Tesla. This is a big deal. You can't be buying a car using Bitcoin for Tesla. So why is this such a big deal? In Elon Musk's own words, he goes, why? We are concerned about rapidly increasing use of fossil fuels for Bitcoin mining and transactions, especially coal, which has the worst emissions of any fuel. Okay, so this is a really big development for Bitcoin. Why? Well, Bitcoin has gotten hyped up by a lot of folks, whether or not it's the everyday, trader to celebrities doing the laser eyes, and it's hyped up as a potential fiat currency substitute because of its limited supply. And a lot of people are looking at, oh my gosh, look at the amount of dollars that are being created. Go to something with a limited supply like Bitcoin, and this value must be worth a lot. That said, money is supposed to be a store of value in the short term. Long term, almost all currencies get wiped out, but in the short term, it should be a store of value. It should be stable, which, Bitcoin's historic wild price swings, including the current drop in Bitcoin, sort of proves that it isn't. But many speculators believe that people would increasingly use Bitcoin as a means of transaction. So this is why Elon's announcement is so important. This is so critical. He's saying it's not environmentally suitable and thus will not gain greater acceptance in the world, where folks are saying, look, the game of buying Bitcoin in anticipation that others will transact with it in the future is now much lower. And this was effectively a game of like, oh, people will need this in the future for transactions, therefore the value will go up. It was sort of a derivative of greater fool theory of like, well, the value is because someone will pay more for it in the future. That game, I'd argue, is up as Elon Musk, one of the I'd say the meme kings of the world, he's sending like, look, this no longer cuts it. And keep in mind, this doesn't mean that cryptocurrencies are a bad idea. I actually love the premise of a decentralized currency with a limited supply. I mean, that certainly could be better over time than, let's say, the dramatic depreciation of currencies, fiat currencies over time, where your purchasing power dramatically drops. That said, it's going to lose its potential as a means of transaction. So no store of value, and it's going to lose that key aspect, one of the key legs to the thesis that a lot of Bitcoin, holders that had been hodlers had been talking about over the last year and watched Bitcoin's rise. So I think that thesis of, hey, buy now, greater fool theory, lets everyone get pumped up. I think this marks the end of Bitcoin. Having it from King Elon saying, look, we're not doing it. That's a big deal. He still does like cryptocurrency, but that is worth, keeping in mind. And honestly, I think, look, investors and speculators and everyone out there, there are just easier ways to make money out there, in my opinion. For example, later this week for my Unrivaled Investing Journey subscribers, I'm going to call out a potential multi-bagger, a detailed post on a company that trades below its liquidation value and I think has 2 to 3x potential upside over time. So yeah, so I do think there are better risk rewards out there, and that's the main focus of this channel actually, is Unrivaled Investing, where I'm looking for potential multi-baggers, types of companies I think can go up hundreds or thousands of % over time. If you enjoyed this video, please make a point of subscribing and hitting that thumbs up button. Thanks so much for watching.